18th Amendment was basically the government's way and these lobbying groups' way of prohibiting alcohol, even though they messed it up because you could still drink alcohol, but you couldn't buy it or make it. At the turn of the century, they believed alcohol was the cause of poverty, crime, and disease. So that was basically the problems they believed were included with alcohol, so they made the prohibition against alcohol. They believed prohibition would solve the problem because they believed that alcohol was the cause of the problem. So they basically thought by
10 more minutes, guys.
taking away alcohol, they'd be helping everybody, but you know when you tell somebody not to do something, they want to do it even more. They use posters about the downside of alcohol to basically try to encourage people to be pro-prohibition by talking about children and how birth defects and diseases and poverty, basically. They basically just talked about that using posters and the media, like news, basically. I do not fully agree with all their arguments because illnesses weren't really understood back then because science wasn't as advanced as it is now. So back then they used to think that like, oh, this was caused by this and this was caused by this. Their pregnancy and birth defects I do understand because we all know, or I know, that you're not allowed to drink alcohol or take alcohol in while you're pregnant with a child because it can cause birth defects. He called out immigrants because he believed that immigrants were bad people. He believed they killed with knives for hate and they killed with guns for hire, so basically he believed they were like hitmen. Or, yeah, just hitmen, basically, and he believed that they should be blamed for all that kind of stuff.